This is my sexuality. Whatever that means, whatever this is, that's my sexuality.
And thank you! Thank you for the follow. Thank you, I appreciate it. So, let's do it, champ. Let's get into this. Let's find out what it truly, the state of Unreal truly is going into 2025 here.
Sleep is he, the ploughing plonker.
Like always, let me know how the audio is, chat.
Blasted pit-ridden tract.
Oh, is it time for new Witcher? I think that might be the new Witcher tease. Yeah. Yep.
We're veered off the high road. Oi, the devil's after you.
I think we're finally gonna see some more silly stuff. Don't worry, Jay. He's fine. He will be fine. Now the question is it Witcher? Like, almost that kind of got like a Witcher vibe to it. It still feel a little too CG for my liking, but you know. This is secretly just Dragon Dogma DLC. Let's see how accurate I am. Am I lying? Or there could be that vampire game. Nope, I was right with Witcher. Fucking called that. I thought the coin was the coin from Witcher.
Almost had me fooled, Fruin.
Now the question, are we gonna get a date at all here? Are we gonna get a date, or is it more of just like a half-ass intro and it's still like 5 years out? That's the question now. Also, I get now Supply Day would be here at, you know, Unreal. Oh, we're going to a stage. We might see gameplay.
Thank you, everyone.
I do go into a boot with a control
State of
wheel.
Unreal at Unreal Fest Orlando. We're here to show you what's next with Unreal Engine and so much more. We are
Also, we're doing it live,
that you're able to
okay.
join us. Thank you. But
I was betting it to be a video.
First things first, I'm here with Sebastian and Kitek from CD Projekt Red. We have a lot to talk about. Hey guys.
Hey,
Okay,
thank you, Wyatt.
we might get gameplay. We might get an actual full launch window.
Thank you, Wyatt, and hello, everyone. With The Witcher 4, we're stepping things up. And to do that, we needed the right partner. One that truly understands that great open-world games are all about art and technology coming together.
Yeah, and look, our goals are completely aligned here. And
Calling
around
it,
the launch of
that part
UE5,
here gonna be
your
actual
awesome
gameplay.
team at CD Projekt Red announced a collaboration.
She's gonna turn around and
to
start
make
walking in a
open-world
moment.
development in Unreal even better. And it's an opportunity, we just couldn't pass it up. So we've been working on a technical demo together to achieve just that. I think we should take a look at it. You guys ready?
Born ready.
Okay.
Kitek is going to play the build for us.
Sure.
So they're more of a sizzle wheel thing, not actual real gameplay. There's a proof of concept
this is a
gameplay.
technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4. What you just saw and are going to see now is running on a standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing. So in the game, you'll be playing as Ciri, a professional monster slayer, a witcher. She explores
Don't
the
get me
world
wrong,
and
this
hunts those
is
monsters for
sizzle
fun.
wheel, but
The region we are in is called Kovir, and you'll get to explore it in a game. Right now, Ciri is investigating a monster, and after gathering new clues, she is heading back to a nearby village. All right, everyone, meet Kelpie.
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
That will be my my
So just
Walt
like
chat.
Geralt and Roach, Ciri has her own loyal companion.
We're gonna get a Hawk kill so many times.
We return to town.
These two characters need to feel like one. Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Ciri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized
Okay.
when mounting from any angle and speed. And we also support root motion movement on Kelpie, so controlling her feels realistic and grounded. And there are also some really nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got realistic muscles moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the performance there.
So let's leave Ciri behind for a second and talk about the world itself. So much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard. And with nanite
Yeah.
geometry, we've freed
This
artists
is
from so
not
many of the
real
old
gameplay
constraints.
at all.
But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage is
Not a question. I
huge
wonder how
piece of
much
that puzzle.
Unreal actually paid
So
for
we
them
are
to make that
excited
tech
to
demo for
introduce
those.
nanite foliage. And in order to achieve gorgeous foliage density everywhere, while still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed. So instead of the same card approach we've been using for the past 20 years, artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle. And the old LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink. And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in nanite. It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast to render. And these dense clusters of triangles turn into these cubes, which at a distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed to achieve their vision without compromise.
And
That
no compromise
interesting.
means how ambitious we are when it comes to bringing our vision to life with incredible visuals. But more than that, together with Epic, we created faster way to load the world. We can now bring in more content more quickly for the smoothest possible experience as we fly down. To
Wait,
catch
are we
up with
actually
Ciri.
updating the windowing of the needles here? But like each chunk originally would like when you go in between like what would be like chunks of memory, you would get like the pop in a
Welcome to
little
Valgrest.
turtle.
So Valgrest is a port town, a hub for fishing, trade, and mining. It's one of those places where you can meet shady characters.
Which is
who
like was
offer
one
to
of the biggest
gossip from
problem with
other lands.
Unreal originally.
It's also where Ciri took on her current contract. High-tech, let's leave Kelpie here and explore the marketplace and food. I'm so excited we can finally show you some of this stuff. Let's see what Valgrest has to offer.
A legendary hero soon will lead us to glory. 8 years ago he sunk the
doing, Z?
motherships as history. Tomorrow we will follow this brave soul to victory. The EDF deploys.
Hoorah. How you doing, Z? Welcome to day 1 of Zombie E3. We're doing Unreal, and they are showing Witcher 4 right now. And also Diana and Net to me Queemy.
Guys, notice how responsive the world is.
Nice little touch there.
Character actions directly affect
How you doing,
what happens
Z?
around you. Sometimes even setting off chain reactions. Everything is working together.
We got Unreal today, and then we got the mix after this. We only got 2 conferences today, but I'm gonna get busy soon,
Oh,
though.
look at this poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper. That's what happens when you cheat at Gwent.
I think we just felt like Gwyneth doing this, huh?
Okay, so this is the guy who gave the series quest his own. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
You off your tits again, Wilfred? Get your ass up.
A typical day's toil.
Who in? Ah, with yours. What news of my wagons? No eternity is taking that damn salt to arrive.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you. As for the salt,
Ah, hopefully they be good
not
to
what
eat.
spec. I presume this comes as no surprise to you.
Yeah, I ended up
No,
waking
no.
up at
The
after
smuggling
6,
trade is of no concern.
which is why I'm covering it bit live.
Manticore that flattened your cart and devoured your men. Quite the opposite.
Manticore? No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton.
While Siri decides what to do
Oh,
about
there's
that
a little
merchant,
unwilled
let's
turtle.
take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace. Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch fishes. Won't find none fresher.
Are we trying to do the whole thing of like real time animation, any when you're not selling?
Something more.
So you know, games originally would like ads, anything behind you would
And
slowly be
there is
loaded out.
tons of tech to play here. Even in this simple market stall. Metahuman tools, improved Unreal smart objects, chaos cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all of this exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Siri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity. They should react to changes in the world around them.
But the prisoner in Pillory isn't exciting enough for Valgrest. Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus.
I am kind of curious if they are gonna take Wendell,
But the
or
great
is it just for
performance
the
deserves
showcase
a
just to
huge
show,
crowd, though.
you know,
Let's
stuff
crank it up.
happening.
So you are seeing tons of optimizations here to many of Unreal systems, including an entirely new Unreal animation framework, allowing us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread. Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents all going about their business. And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right. And that's the open world RPG that we're making. But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Siri? We are making this game to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we're doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
We are too.
Yeah,
So
I feel
we're almost done,
like
but before we go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans.
this is like just like a proof of concept of just being
The
like,
first
hey,
look at Lanex's
open world and you know, more mechanics than just point and shoot, trying to like win over them devs. So there's a lot of Unreal issue had to do with like windowing,
With what?
and you know, once you go past like a certain side, like that's been a problem going back. God, to what, like Unreal 3 or something?
Thanks, guys. It
So,
seriously
only
it
took
looks
20 years to,
amazing.
you know,
And
fully
we've also
walk out,
barely scratched the surface
allegedly.
of what's coming in Unreal 5.6. So here's Julien to tell you even more. Thank you very
We will
much.
see. We will
Thank you so
see
much.
how much of this is actually going to be in plastic, or there's going to be like a super high-end, like, you know, the multi-billion-dollar budget company to deal with, or will it be something that's going to trickle down, you know, in development? I thought, like, you know, making it easy to use without heavy walkaround.
Hey everyone, great to be here in Orlando. I spent a lot of time on this demo, so I'm happy to be the one to talk about what went into the 5.6
Hey, Wang.
release. An open world like that was just
You're just in time. They just showed off a whole bunch of ritual stuff.
Our main goal for
How you doing, Wag?
which was
Good morning.
performance.
I'm awake,
We
so
want
we
the
here
engine to
live.
scale to large and rich worlds.
I was gonna watch the VOD
Want
dip,
to
but
preserve
you know, I
graphics
woke up.
quality. And of course, we
Yeah.
want to deliver high frame
Yeah,
rates
they
that
showing
you
Witcher
and
4
your
demo
players
stuff.
expect. So let's check it out. Starting with rendering.
Obviously, Witcher 4
If
like
you
the
remember,
big push
when we
for
released
Unreal
Nanite
right
with
now.
UE5, it supported static geometry. Last year, we brought skinning to Nanite. And now, we're working on Nanite foliage. The only way to have a forest that looks as good as this one is to use 3D geometry for all parts of the trees, just like we do for everything else. However, this is a crazy amount of fine geometry. So we had to
Yeah, that's a
rethink
lot
how
of
the trees are
windowing.
created and displayed. To create
We
them,
will see.
we developed Nanite assembly.
Like
These
the whole
28 little
the whole
parts
argument
are
of like
all that
you
we
know the
use to
nanite
build
stuff and
all the
whatnot is to
spruces
keep
from the forest.
processing low.
They are instanced thousands of
How well
times
they're gonna
and used
translate
like
in
building
practice
blocks to
is a
assemble
distant
trees in
discussion.
different ways. And as you probably noticed with the wind effect, they even support skeletal animation.
Wait, how
which
was it,
runs on
Z?
the GPU. Thanks to assembly, we greatly reduced
I've been
the
eyeballing
storage,
like day
the
by day
runtime
mail
memory,
forever.
and the rendering cost. Then, to display an entire forest, the challenge was to preserve fidelity and performance from any distance. Let's check up close the level of detail we're talking about here. Lots of details. But this triangle representation is not the most efficient when far away, due to the amount of overlapping. And that's why we made an adaptive voxel representation. But in reality, you'll never see those voxels.
Yeah,
this
the
close,
eye trick
since
of what
when
they're
we
doing.
move the camera back, they're barely a pixel.
Yeah.
Nanite foliage is almost done. We are moving it to the main line as we speak, and it will be available for everyone in 5.7. Another thing I
We
would
have
like to share
5.6
is that
right now,
ray
right?
tracing and lumen now
Or
run more
5.6
than
getting
twice as
ready
fast
to come out,
with
and
no
then there's an
visual
update
trade-off
after.
compared to when UE5 was released. And because of that, we can now hit 60 FPS on consoles.
Yay!
And finally, we rewrote the rendering pipeline to run asynchronously so you can increase the richness of your scenes even more. Now let's talk about chaos physics. For chaos cloth, we improve our cloth-to-cloth constraint solution. This removes a lot of collision evaluation when garments are piling up and interacting with each other. Even for complex setup like Series Cape, we hit a sub-millisecond budget on PS5.
Dude, I'm
With
so
Chaos
happy
Flash,
that it
we
accuracy.
introduce procedural muscle activation.
Because it always did look
to make
like RE to
deformation
me,
and motion more natural.
which is the main
Your
selling
artist
point
will
for
still
it.
have control over tetrahedral simulation.
Yeah,
and
there's an
train
Unreal
ML
deb.
models that run fast in real time.
But yeah, this is the Unreal deb showing off
We
the
now
stuff
support
that
the baking of fluid
Epic
surface
is
data
doing.
into lightweight assets to be played back at low cost. This is going to give you high fidelity water without the performance cost of real-time fluid simulation. For animation, we work on both performance and fidelity. Here, you can see how Siri and Kelpie match up in their interaction.
Now we're talking about the stuff
that
I was
works
bitching
no
about
matter the
in
angle
South
that
of
goes.
Midnight.
That's our modes character motion matching solution. We also added motion matching in Sequencer to build stitch tracks. With them, you can seamlessly transition from gameplay to cinematic. Also, we now have a secondary layer of animation driven by physics in Control Rig. We used it in Kelpie's rig to drive the mane, the tail, and the saddlebacks. And now, I'm happy to announce that all these features are already integrated into our new Unreal Animation framework, which we are releasing as experimental in 5.6. We built it with
Okay,
performance
so yeah,
first
6
in
is
mind.
coming, 7 after.
Animation
Got it.
evaluation are now
I got the
running
timeline
in
now.
parallel of the game thread, which was our bottleneck. And for the other character systems that are just as costly, like movement, avoidance, state tree behaviors, we also move them to worker threads. This is really going to help you create scenes that are crowded and lively. Streaming has always been a big deal regarding performance. And the 3 biggest improvements we made are physics state creation, which now runs async, improve runtime PCG for ground scatter on GPU, and a new FastGeo plugin to stream static geometry.
No, they're not talking about
And
full
just to take a
upgrades.
different example,
They're talking about
in
like the
city
updates.
samples, the streaming time was cut down
So
by
like Unreal 5
when moving at high speed.
is like Unreal 5
We focus on a lot
5.5,
of areas for performance in
and they're talking
5.6.
about
And
5.6,
mobile is
5.7.
no exception.
So
We work
these are
on
more
better
like miniature
defaults and
update, not
scalability
like
settings for
not
mobile
like whole
and
new
minimize the
Unreal.
default
It's still
package
Unreal
size.
5.
We also improve our workflows with a UI refactor of the viewport toolbar and content browser, on-device iteration workflow, and a mobile preview solution.
Dude, that ain't cool. Be able to see
there
it,
you go.
window, like emulate it
Unreal
into different
Engine
formats.
5.6 is all about performance, and it's available today.
Okay. Okay, we might be closer to 7 than I was expecting.
Please go.
Yeah, that
enjoy
was
the
just a tech
Talk
demo. That
session
never
we have
was
for
a
you guys,
game.
And come chat with us. And now, please welcome Chris from the MetaHuman team. Thank you, everyone.
Because that was nothing more than like a demo to try to sell developers on using Unreal. Why being a showpiece, you know, for the next consoles. Like that Matrix
you,
game
Julian.
was never a game.
Metahumans may only be a few years old, but we are seeing them everywhere, powering everything from games and AI agents to film, television, cultural heritage, and more. What you've seen so far is just the beginning. The creativity and innovation coming from the community continues to inspire us. It reminds us why we build these tools in the first place, to make it easier for everyone to tell stories that matter. Now we're entering the next chapter, expanding how you create and animate metahumans with flexible workflows that help you move faster and work smarter. To walk us through some of the biggest features in this release, please welcome filmmaker and virtual production pioneer, Matt Workman.
Time for CG and movie time. Also, I get 10 CG movies as well.
Thanks, Chris. For those that don't know me, I'm a cinematographer and Unreal Engine developer. I worked on Epic's first in-camera VFX demo, the one with the motorcycle surrounded by LED walls. It was pretty cool. I'm also the creator of CineTracer, a previous tool used by filmmakers worldwide. I've been using metahumans in my work since the alpha, and recently I've gotten some hands-on time with some of the new features coming in Unreal Engine 5.6. MetaHuman Creator is a fast and intuitive web-based application used for creating digital characters. And now, with the 5.6 release, all of that power is available directly in the editor. That's right, MetaHuman Creator is now fully integrated into Unreal Engine.
Yay! All in one
It's pretty cool,
package.
too. You can create and work with metahumans directly in your project, keeping everything connected and in context. And with the new character assemblies, metahumans are built locally, making it even easier to integrate them directly into your pipeline.
MetaHuman Creator is one of Unreal's first cloud-enhanced tools.
God, we don't even have to
It
worry
means you
about
work
app
locally,
porting
but
and
heavy lifting
getting all
on
that
tasks
wine.
like generating high-quality textures or building our complex face and body rigs, we leverage MetaHuman Cloud Services, which deliver high-fidelity results without ever leaving the editor. And in 5.6, local assembly reduces the average MetaHuman export time from 15 to 20 minutes down to 2 or 3.
Dude, that is
The
such a
team
big
tackled all this
upgrade.
while dramatically expanding the core representation model and significantly improving visual fidelity. Basically, you can make even more diverse characters. They all look better. It's freaking fast, and it is in Unreal Editor on your local machine.
And while those are all major improvements, we're just starting to scratch the surface here. Metahumans have always had amazing facial customization, and now Epic is bringing that same level of control and realism to the entire body. In UE 5.6, metahumans get a major upgrade with the new parametric body system, letting you blend between different presets or fine-tune proportions
wonder if they
using
still
real-world measurements like
You're gonna
height,
actually be able to still
inseam,
do like
shoulder width,
custom
and even
drawing in
muscle
it.
mass. And here's the best part.
Yeah,
As the
animation
body
through menus
changes,
are
so
cool and
does
all,
the
but
clothing. The new Unreal Outfit asset automatically adapts
I wonder how
garments
much it's
to
gonna
the
actually
character's
allow it
body,
to
all in real
customize,
time,
like
no matter the proportions.
outside of like the
As someone who's built
parameters.
these kind of assets before, I can tell you this used to mean manually creating and managing every body variation. The new system does give you the flexibility to create different sizes, and if you do, it will pick the closest match and fit that to the character for you. It makes building a wide array of production-ready characters faster and a whole lot more scalable.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see what people do with the new outfit system.
Yeah, this is something be very useful for games that you like cut and kill to.
Accessories are available on Fab, Epic's one-stop shop.
Especially allowing like almost that or
and there's already some
outfits and stuff to like window around you.
Sharing and selling content there. I'm going to shift gears for a minute. Matt, do you remember when we unveiled MetaHuman Animator a couple years ago?
Of course. I consider myself MetaHuman's #1 fan, and I'm also guilty for being eternally online. So of course, I saw that demo, and of course, absolutely loved it.
Some of my industry friends, they thought it was sorcery. We went from capture to final results in a couple minutes, and it made high-quality facial animation accessible to everyone.
Yeah.
Well, today
yeah.
we are taking
I did
it
it
to
in
the next level
Unreal
with a focus
5.5.
on real-time animation. We scoured the galaxy to find the best talent to demo these tools.
But yeah, you done Will for that game
job.
jam
Now, I could be
competition
wrong,
we
but I
did.
think I cooked here. This guy is a true professional, tons of experience, and he's even going to be joining us via live telecast from space, outer space. Let's go ahead and connect.
She can.
Hey, Blue.
You know, I did cut flight for that though, but you're not one though.
Making nachos in my nuclear-powered air fryer. Anyway, I was about to munch on this before the keynote. What's up?
What's up? Is that this is the
God,
keynote.
we doing old cool
right
E3 shit
Dude,
for now, champ.
You're live.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Any moment now,
You
Peel
people
Molyneux
and your
gonna walk
time
out.
zones. Hey Chatterbox, can you turn it down? Like way, way down. I'm about to do a keynote. Yo, so what's up, Unreal friends? So get this, for the first time ever, you're seeing me live in
How you
real
doing, Bunkcake?
time. This isn't pre-recorded.
Good morning.
It's not baked. You're seeing everything
Well,
as it's
welcome to day 1 of Zombie E3. We demonstrating real-time motion
And it's all
capture
thanks
right
to
now.
MetaHuman Animator. Just check out my alter ego Corey.
Hello,
He's down there on stage with you guys, and as you can see,
was it
our movements
Komiko
are
or
mirrored
whatever her
within
name is? It's
milliseconds.
losing her shit right
Even the
now.
smallest expressions are beautifully articulated. Yeah. And look, he's not even wearing a helmet or a suit. I'm telling you, the possibilities are getting crazy. Now I can live chat with fans, take my stand-up act on the road, perform Macbeth. Okay, maybe not Macbeth. But the real truth is, the power of live performance is in all the happy accidents. Honestly,
man.
most of my best stuff happens
This is
when
gonna be
things
another thing
go,
they're gonna beat
you know,
shit
a
up
little
for motion
sideways.
counts.
Nuclear core instability detected.
You know, you no longer have to like capture the
Case
footage,
in point,
rig it to
trusting
the
my beautiful
models,
nachos to a DIY
go in and
nuclear-powered
manually
air
fit
fryer.
any like inconsistency in the
Hey, Corey,
capture.
come on out here.
Like, this is one of them cases that for like motion capture people,
Corey Strasburger. Corey Strasburger, everyone.
they're
the
gonna
genius behind
make it
Blue
so much
Insanity.
faster for them.
MetaHuman Animator now delivers high-fidelity facial animation from virtually any 2D video source in real time. Whether you're driving the performance of your favorite character or calling into keynotes from low Earth orbit, the sky is the limit when it comes to breathing life into your characters.
Also, that means
Speaking
though
of that,
now will
Blue is
be a
just
very
driving
high
Blue
chance, like
with a
multiple
consumer
takes of
webcam
cutscenes.
and markerless motion capture from the capturing.
Chat, we might have our outtake from Silent Hill 1 coming back.
VTuber debut right here at Unreal Fest, and by that I mean that
Oh,
this is
God,
the first time
yeah.
we're seeing MetaHuman Blue puppeted live, and he looked incredible on
By
the
the
big
way, we
screen.
found out when the
I know
smoke
we've
wouldn't
said this
leave. She forgot to
before
turn off the
a couple
stove, so I
times,
went
but
when I
still
went
can't believe that
downstairs.
that level of facial quality
When we were
is
switching
possible
over
from
after
a
beating
tiny
South of Midnight, the whole
consumer
house would just
webcam.
fill with
Just
smoke.
absolutely crazy.
No wonder I was
Yeah,
dying
thanks, Matt.
yesterday.
It is, man. It's all mind-blowing. And for me, doing everything sort of solo, being able to see my performance like instantly is literally at the core of my pipeline. So I've been waiting for this quality for a really long, long time. And Chris,
Yeah, she
thanks
literally
to an
forgot to turn off the
amazing
stove. That wine
collaboration
was
with
so
the
bad
MetaHuman team,
yesterday.
Blue is finally pure MetaHuman. And so with all the other crazy stuff that you guys are elevating, I think Xanadu is about to level up in a big, big way. So thank you guys. You guys rock.
Awesome, man. It's been awesome. I'd like everyone to give a round of applause to Corey and Matt, and thanks for showing everyone.
Thank you.
Did another one of them things, honestly, with the whole motion capsule thing.
Thanks,
But,
guys,
like,
for showing
that's
all the
another one
fantastic
I'm
features
so
we're
curious
gonna
to see how
own in
easy
on the
that is to
service.
use, especially for like
All
indie
right.
devs.
We're going to end big with a few updates about metahumans and how they fit into the broader creative ecosystem. First
She
up,
was.
today we're
We
releasing
learned
two advanced
all.
toolchains to everyone.
We
Metahuman
learned all
Expression
file
Editor
alarm
and
doesn't
Groom
work,
tools.
which
The
I kind of
Expression
already knew,
Editor
but
lets
we had to verify
experienced riggers
yesterday.
fine-tune a character's expressions and expression combinations, whether matching scans or creating something completely custom, like a nacho-eating space alien. And our new Groom tools simplify one of the hardest parts of character
God,
creation,
hell yeah.
high-fidelity hairstyles, making the process more intuitive, faster, and streamlining export directly to Unreal Engine. We've built these tools for our own teams to solve real production challenges, and now we're opening them up to the entire community. Next, we know you want support from metahumans in your favorite content creation tools, so we're working with partners to make sure that
nice.
DNA and rig logic work wherever you
Great. You don't have to retrain people.
And we have saved the biggest announcement for last. We have updated the Unreal Engine license to include metahumans. You can use them everywhere, in every engine, in any creative software.
Dude, that ain't
Go
great.
make amazing characters and help define the future of digital humans.
Now the question, I wonder what the cut is, like the percentage
If
you
you're
gotta get
curious
to
learn
before you
more,
start paying.
Join our Unreal Fetch sessions, swing by our booth, or check out metahuman.com. to
Hey,
get
who
hands-on
knows?
with
I want to
everything
do
you
more
just seen,
game
and
jams,
thank you.
so maybe we will do some live motion capture at some point. Maybe I'm just gonna pull a Komiko up in here, you know? You never know. Like, if I can do that all in Unreal and do real-time capture in Unreal, VTubing getting ready to get fucking interesting.
All right, hey
you
guys,
know?
what do you think so far? Yes, let's go. We've got a lot more.
Especially
in
as
store
like
for you
VTubers are
this
moving more
morning
to
and over the days
3D
ahead. We've got
like
an
animation,
absolute room full of rock stars
allowing
here
like the
today from different
insane shit to
industries,
anybody.
making
Like,
everything unreal.
I'm gonna
We've
be
got
awesome
AAA game
if it
developers,
worked the
indie
way they
developers,
talking
Fortnite
about.
creators, filmmakers, car designers, architects, fashion designers. That could go on. You're all here to connect, share, and learn. And learn you shall. We've got
Maybe that's
over
the plan.
150
Maybe when we become a
tech talks and
VTuber,
dozens of
I just
hands-on labs
become a
covering all of
meta-human
Epic's
model.
developer tools and services. And many of these sessions are
Maybe
going to be
that's the
led
plan.
by our growing community of instructors, educators, and service partners. And I want to thank all of you who are giving so much back to this incredible community. Now let's talk about a few more exciting updates from across the Epic ecosystem, starting with Reality Scan. In the coming weeks, we'll launch Reality Scan 2.0, which will unify the desktop and mobile versions under one banner.
Oh God, how you waited
Now,
to
CD
like
Projekt Red put
to
Reality Scan
capture
2.0 to the test.
Yeah,
using
just
it
take
to
picture
capture
on top of
natural
walks
objects
and
in high
stuff.
fidelity for the Witcher 4 tech demo that you just saw.
Yep.
Complex rock and tree scans involve data sets that were previously really tough to process.
Back in the
But with
day, you would get
2.0,
textured that way
you'll
if you
achieve
were doing
better mesh
realistic games.
accuracy with fewer manual steps. And you'll be able to get your hands on Reality Scan 2.0 later this month.
So example here would be like if I
We're
have
also
the
seeing
controller
more and more
and I take a whole bunch of
developers and
photo
art
or video
studios
of the
using
controller,
Reality Scan to
it
bring
will
Mega Scans
automatically
quality content
3D
to
model
Fab.
it into the game.
Just take a look
at
at
what
this
they are
absolutely
talking
incredible
about.
Paris environment from Scans Factory, which launches today on Fab, featuring over 1,000 assets that are available for use in UE5, UEFN, and even Unity. The Quixel team has also been cooking up an amazing lineup of thousands of new Megascan assets that will start releasing on Fab later this month. And this summer, we'll be launching Fab natively in the Epic Games Launcher. Our goal with this is to bring you Quixel Bridge functionality that makes it easier for you to access your content and integrate it into your workflows. This will include one-click exports to DCCs, starting with UE5, Blender,
nice.
Maya, and Cinema 4D.
Great,
We'll
so
do
you
more
can
from
actually
there.
go in and do your own
And we've
custom
also,
stuff to it.
Set ourselves up to support batch actions to download and export content. Back in April, we announced that Loci, a leading computer vision and AI company, joined Epic. We're working quickly to bring Loci's technology to Fab, which will improve our tagging accuracy, enable semantic search, and improve our IP moderation capabilities to ensure that our artists' work is protected. All right, we've shown you what's coming from our side. Now it's time to spotlight some of the incredible projects from across industries that are putting Unreal to the test.
Well, done seen the new stuff, Town. Let's see what AAA and indies are doing.
We sure cause a lot of explosion.
There have been noise complaints.
Our fight is not over.
I was gonna say we need Epidician here. I get Epidician what the biggest indie game that have on
Awesome.
that you've done,
Yeah,
Will.
just
I thought the mainstream
raise
is
the bar
concerned.
year over year. This year, one of our major goals is to make animated
Yeah,
linear
transforming content
content
character. Yeah, that was some stuff they were talking about earlier.
We've got a lot of work to do still, but the 5.6 release is packed with new features that have been influenced and battle tested by some of the world's best studios. One of them is here with us today. The Third Floor has an impressive track record of using Unreal to make movies like Guardians of the Galaxy and shows like House of the Dragon. Here to tell you about their next incredible production is co-director of the new Predator movie, Josh Watson.
Hey, time to learn about Young Predator.
In March 2020, I was working with director Dan Trachtenberg on the pitch for Prey when everyone got sent home. We had been dreaming of pushing previs into animation for years and had just finished our UE pipeline for The Mandalorian. Uncertain what would happen to movies in a post-COVID era, now is the time for Third Floor to get serious about finals. So while we're having a blast crafting scenes in UE for Prey, I got to show Dan the cool things we had brewing. And that led to an idea. What if Predator was an animated movie? Fast forward to the industry contraction of 2023, and projects started dropping like flies. But this crazy ambitious film with a crazy ambitious schedule materialized right in the middle of it all. For 20 years, on more than 1,000 projects, the artists at TTF have been on the front lines of visual storytelling in movies, games, and episodics. When Predator came along, they took all of that live action experience, all of their love for cool stuff and great stories, and poured their hearts into a new kind of animated feature. So Dan and I pitched a film rooted in live action that looks and feels like moving concept art. We developed a handcrafted style from the paint strokes to our stop-motion inspired movement on twos. It was a monumental challenge, but the leap into anim led to significant innovation. Our team built Hummingbird, our real-time lighting and comp tool inside UE. It handled all of our stylization passes in engine before render. We saved countless render hours and reduced our hard drive usage to 1/50th the space traditionally required. Now, let me tell you about my favorite character in the movie. Ursa has this deep-rooted thirst for revenge. She learns that the man responsible is in this throne room in this huge fortress. So Dan had this idea, what if we did an entire battle in one shot? What if we kept the camera focused on her goal? And what if Ursa fought them all by herself? The best way to speed up any production is to speed up decision-making. So with 4 parallel teams inside Unreal, we got the entire film up on screen in 4 months, allowing us to iterate and hone the story, really make it sing before shifting into final animation. Ultimately delivering the film in 18 months. If this movie were live action, we'd be filming at golden hour every day for weeks with a massive crew and several giant vats of blood. In animation, we really wanted to go for it, no holding back. So we choreographed every composition, every strike, every arrow, and blood splatter, like a gigantic dance with 98 parts. Yet we also wanted to feel the camera operator reacting to all the kills as they happen to put you inside this quest for revenge. on behalf of 20th Century Studios, Dan Trachtenberg, and all of us at Third Floor, we hope you enjoy this exclusive clip from Predator, Killer of Killers.
Also, we now copyrighted chat. It didn't take long.
It's the Predator movie we've always wanted, and it's prevised, assembled, lit, rendered, and composited all in Unreal. And it's premiering this Friday on Hulu, so check it out. And congratulations to Josh and the team.
I didn't even know that was happening. I knew
There
about
are so
the new
incredible
Predator
games that we
movie,
can
not
highlight
that one.
today.
I did not know about.
Last year, we celebrated Black Myth Wukong from Game Science, which has now grossed over $1 billion since launch. This year, we're celebrating another example of a small team that's taking the world by storm. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is
I'm going to be starting that
absolute
Slater
masterpiece from
today,
Sandfall
chap.
Interactive.
What we doing with all the
And in
E3 stuff that's
eerie
on
case
that
of
game?
numerical serendipity, Expedition 33 sold over 3.3 million units in its first 33 days.
Got to get that pun in, though, champ.
It started with an epic mega grant, and it's now a serious contender for Game of the Year. Let's hear from Sandfall's co-founder, Tom Guillermin.
Bonjour and Hellfest, I am Tom Guillermin, co-founder and technical director at Sandfall Interactive, the studio behind Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It's an honor to be able to share a few words with you today. When we began the development of Expedition 33 back in 2020, Unreal was starting to open up new possibilities for a smaller team like ours to create games in realistic 3D, with mega scans and later the release of Unreal 5 that came with Lumen, Nanite, and MetaHuman, which all transformed how we create 3D scenes and characters. As a small team, we always did our best to play to the engine's strengths, religiously getting every update to try out the new features and optimizations from Epic. This allowed us to keep our development focused on the element that would have the most impact on the game we were making: the visual identity of our world, the story and the characters, and of course the gameplay, with this blend of turn-based strategy and real-time action. The Unreal Engine has been the key element empowering our small team to create our dream game, and I would like to thank all the people that contributed to the engine, both Epic for the amazing software they've created, but also the community for all the plugin, tutorials, assets, and resources that you can find online to get started. It is this whole ecosystem that allowed the project to grow organically, from my friend Guillaume booting up the Unreal Engine for the first time in 2019, creating a small project named Sandfall, to 6 years later, the release of Expedition 33 with that very same new project file. Even though we are a small studio, we never felt alone during this adventure, as we felt we always had the back of both Epic and the community, and we are extremely grateful for that. We really hope we will keep seeing more and more amazing games and experiences made with Unreal in the upcoming years. And on the behalf of everybody at Sandfall, we wish you a great Unreal Fest, and we're looking forward to meeting you all in the future. Tomorrow comes. Demain viendra. Cheers.
Thanks, Tom. And congrats to you and the team. We're so happy for you guys. Now, this year we're seeing more and more momentum with mobile devs who are capitalizing on the increasing player demand for high performance and immersive mobile games. One team that's leading the way in UE5 mobile development is Infold Games, whose gorgeous game Infinity Nikki offers a unique blend of fashion and adventure.
Wait, we're not going to
Please
talk about the
welcome
Boy
Zhush
Smut
Lunding
game?
to the stage to tell you more.
By the way, Sam dropped out, champ. Sam have officially dropped out of oh god, what the fuck is it called?
Hi everyone. First, I want to
Love
thank
and
our
Deep Bait,
friend
that what
at
it
Epic
is.
for inviting me here today.
Sam underscore Love and
As you
Deep
can
Bait,
probably
champ.
tell, I'm a little nervous being on stage in English. But I was even more nervous when I first joined Infold Games to create Infinity Nikki, our most ambitious project yet. Let me share our story.
Yeah,
with
better
you.
Love and Deep Bait it is.
Our
Holy
journey
hell.
began in 2012 with just 4 people. Here are the games released before starting Infinity Nikki in 2021, and we still update all of them today. These were mobile-only games focused on dress-up and interactive story gameplay. We could have stayed comfortably inside space, but we didn't want to. We want to create a life beyond amazing. That means crafting new experience no one has ever imagined. That means pushing far beyond current generation technology to deliver a game that not only looks stunning, but stay emotionally touching for years to come. That means Infinity Nikki, our first Unreal Engine 5 cross-platform game, with over 20 million downloads at launch, largely driven by mobile. We began ideating
Wait, I
during
thought
the
Love and
pandemic.
Deep Bait was on Unreal 5 as well.
Infinity Nikki is about finding a peace in a cozy open world, bringing happiness to everyone. Dress Up is not just for style, it's a way to interact with the lively world, alone or with friends. From a technology view, our pillars should many impossible things at once. High-fidelity graphics that supports outfit customization, even in corporate mode, with over 1,000 outfit parts and more than 100 color per character.
They're
A
giving
huge
Sega
map
one for the
fine
money.
details for deep beauty, perfect for close-up camera shots, and it must run smoothly on our platform for all players. Big goals. We had never launched a cross-platform game before, but we promised our community, our partner, and Nikki that we will give it our all.
Yeah, a little
Yes,
pop in,
it
but
was
not
crazy.
that much of a downgrade.
Unreal Engine 5 is about making crazy idea real. We had a debate, even I highlighted it. But with Unreal Engine 5, Infinity Nikki's vision come to life. Lumen gave us movie quality lighting in real time. Open world tools like Word Partition help our team of over 1,000 people stay creative and work well together. Unreal Engine 5's new rendering help our team bring amazing visuals to mobile devices. Thanks to Epic support, we made it happen. Now let's take a look at the open world. We want to make a detailed, exciting world for players to explore. Our first map covers 400 square kilometers with dense vegetation and a dynamic ecosystem. We had to make sure memory and performance were never compromised, especially on mobile. Unreal Engine let us build a cross-platform GPU rendering system. With smart GPU culling and a level of detail control, draw core and triangle stay in budget on all devices. You may wonder why we put so much care into these details. I want to share a fan story that shows what Unreal Engine 5 means for our players, beyond outfits and open world. This is a true story from our fan, Xinshi Qiao.
My mom and I play Infinity Nikki differently. She reads every item description, smiles when Nikki jumps, and changes into a pretty blue outfit. It does not matter if she finishes the platforming. When I was finally able to take her on a long-distance trip, she spent hours picking dresses and took many photos, even of a small flower by the road. Now I understand. My mom loves every small moment. We play Infinity Nikki in different ways, but we love each other the same.
We hope you'll enjoy this story. I hope you'll find the omen of the world's beauty in Infinity Nikki, the coziest open world game for OV1. Thank you for your time and have an amazing Unreal Fest.
Thanks, Joshua. Wow, what a beautiful world they've created. All right, there's one more amazing UE5 game that you've got to check out, and it's coming to the Epic Games Store. Please welcome Ken Kim, CEO of Netmarble Monster, to the stage.
Hello everyone, excited to be here today. I'd like to first thank Epic Games for this opportunity. It's a great honor to introduce our latest project here at Unreal Fest. Let me introduce Maconn Stardive. Maconn Stardive is the successor to Monster Taming, a game we first launched back in 2013. Known as Maconn in Korea, the game was a huge success, surpassing 10 million downloads just in Korea. With this new title, we aim to expand the world of Maconn by creating a vibrant living world filled with countless characters and monsters. To achieve this, we chose Unreal
And I'm
Engine
gonna
5,
assume this
which
also
allowed
coming
us
to the
capture
US finally
even the
done.
most
A
subtle
bit
emotional
ill.
expressions of the characters,
Maybe.
making the world of Stardive truly come alive. This was the best choice for delivering a seamless cross-platform experience across PC, console, and mobile. One of our key goals is to provide players a whole new gameplay experience by giving each and every character deep narrative and its own unique control system. That means every time you change characters, it'll feel like you're playing a different game. And this transforms Stardive from a simple action game into a truly immersive adventure. Moreover, the monsters in Stardive are not just enemies. They can be tamed, nurtured, and become your companions along the journey. Depending on their traits, they can also be used to craft weapons or used as ingredients to cook, adding a deeper layer of strategy and
Okay, let the
connection
hat
to the
sit
game.
them and
Each
more
monster
Final
is a
Fantasy
living, growing
attacking them,
creature,
huh?
transforming the conventional concept of monster collecting into a meaningful
Also,
dynamic
doing a little bit of
relationship.
Honkai. Oh, not
The
Honkai.
Epic Games Store,
Wibbling
with
Waves a
its
little bit.
global reach and strong community, is the ideal
The whole
platform to
collecting
connect
module
with
for
players
stats.
around the world. We are happy to announce that Maconn Stardive will be exclusively on the Epic Games Store for PC. Now, I'm excited to show you a brand new trailer from the game.
Oh my god, it can yow.
Thank you. 감사합니다. We hope to see you at tomorrow's session. Speaking of our friends at Epic Games Store, let's hear from Steve Allison.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks, Ken. It's exciting to see Netmarble Monster bringing Maconn Stardive to the Epic Games Store exclusively at launch on PC and taking advantage of our Epic First Run program to keep 100% of the first 6 months of net revenue. As you know,
Yeah.
our industry is living through significant
I do a
headwinds
big
right
deal,
now, and the Epic
honestly.
Games Store offers all developers a toolkit for maximum financial success that starts with our 8812 rev share and just gets better from there.
We do always want a lot
Now
that
on
will
Epic,
put
our
up
back
on
catalog
Epic for
program,
us.
like Epic First Run, allows you to keep 100% of net revenue for the first 6 months on back catalog titles that you bring to the Epic Games Store. And for Unreal developers, Launch Everywhere with Epic reduces your engine royalty rate from 5% to 3.5% on all platforms and stores when you ship your UE-based games day and date on the Epic Games Store.
God,
And
the
remember,
motivation, Zell.
Unreal Engine developers pay 0% royalty on all Epic Games Store sales where we process payment. Additionally, you also have the option to use any in-app purchase payment solution you want, and when you do, you keep 100% of that IAP revenue. We want to do everything we can to help during this critical time to maximize your success, so we have added another tool to the Epic Games Store toolkit. Starting June 1st, we've changed our initial revenue share to 0%, so that you receive 100% of the first $1 million in net revenue, and then 12% to Epic after passing that threshold.
I thought that was already a thing.
Pretty cool.
Maybe I was off on the numbers.
And this change is per title and per year. So this applies to new titles and back catalog releases, and all existing and future Epic Game Store partners and their titles on both PC and mobile benefit from this change immediately. And so life to date, we paid our developer and publishing partners over $2.1 billion, and we're just getting started. So let's talk a little bit about what's next. So even after years of building the store on PC, we know there's still a ton of work to be done to deliver a world-class experience for our over 70 million monthly active users. And in the coming months, we'll be rolling out long overdue features on PC that will move us closer to that vision. Download Manager 2.0 was released just a few weeks ago, and preloading is coming finally in September.
Yeah.
Gifting is targeting a release in time for the holidays so that you can gift games to your friends.
Yay, thought that should have been there day one. What, like 5+ years later?
We'll connect our PC and mobile players together with game-independent voice chat, text chat, and parties, along with robust game invites for third-party games. And this will be the building block for several innovative social features on the store that will follow. We're also putting great focus on ongoing launch improvements that will make the store feel great to use. And of course, delivering a great player experience means meeting players wherever they are, which is why mobile remains a key focus for us. We've already seen strong momentum on mobile with over 40 million installs to date, and we're pushing hard to hit 70 million by the end of the year. The Epic Game Store is available globally on Android, and we are continuing to expand our global footprint on iOS. Today, it's available on iOS in the European Union.
Especially now that the lawsuit done with Apple.
Brazil, the UK, and Japan, as new laws in those countries come into effect. In Q1, we launched with a curated selection of third-party titles, and as of today, there are over 70 games live on the Epic Game Store mobile, with more being added regularly. This deliberate, phased approach ensures a high-quality experience as we gear up to open the store to self-publishing in the near future. In March, to accelerate installs and to keep players coming back week after week, we brought our weekly free games program to mobile. So each week, as we do on PC, we are partnering with developers to give players at least one new free game directly through the app on both Android and iOS, celebrating the best of premium mobile, and partnering with developers on content packs for free-to-play games. Our focus is getting the Epic Game Store mobile to 1.0. This is defined by two major new additions to the store, and the first of which is rolling out very soon. We're launching Epic Web Shops in July. Developers will be able to come into our tools and easily set up a shop for in-app purchases for mobile and PC games. And through Epic Web Shops, you can leverage our industry-best rev share and offer players a better deal with bonus offers. And as an extra benefit, all players spending on Epic Web Shops also accrues Epic rewards on all purchases.
Yay.
These shops will live on the web so that you can steer your players to them. And we're democratizing web shops by making them super easy to set up and available to all developers. And second, we'll be launching mobile self-publishing tools in Q4 and opening up the store to all mobile developers to set up and distribute your games. Well, that's it for me today. If you want to learn more about our plans for the Epic Game Store, join us today at 3:45. And now, Hannah Lowry will join us to share what's new in the Fortnite ecosystem. Thank you.
Yeah, not bad though. Look, some stuff though that actually really good for devs. The front-facing stuff though is like, man, some of that stuff is how? Like, why did it take like 5+ shields? Cause that pick was what, 2019, 2020, something like that.
Thank you. We launched Unreal Editor for Fortnite just over 2 years ago with a simple goal: give developers everything they need to build, launch, and grow their own games in Fortnite.
And also to train
Since
the
then,
kids
it's been
on
incredible
Unreal
to
while
see
they're
how
still young.
creators and players have responded. Millions of people are playing games built by you. And since the launch of UEFN, players have spent over 11.2 billion hours across more than 260,000 live creator-made games. These experiences are a foundation.
To be honest, next time we make a UE game, I need to probably
events
publish it on now.
in Fortnite and driving.
Don't get
players
one. I
into
think
the
we'll put it up on Air Chat well.
In fact, this last weekend, Super Red vs. Blue by Jogo hit a major milestone. For the first time ever, a creator-made island took the #1 spot for concurrent players in Fortnite, surpassing even Epic's own games. This is a proof the system is heading in the right direction. Watching developers experiment, build, and
yeah, because these are like the two things I feel like we need to probably, honestly.
But it goes beyond just
if I go
games.
beyond
Creators
just, you know, making shit to make shit,
studios and building passionate
I
communities
feel like
around
Deb
their
because
work in
Sony,
Fortnite.
like, yeah,
And thanks
I need
to
to
that
stop
effort,
paying more
engagement payouts
attention
going to third-party
to
creators have already reached
Fortnite services
$722
and
million
probably Robot
since the launch
services
of
as well.
UEFN, and that number continues to grow. None of this would be possible without you, our community, which is core to UEFN. We're proud to have thousands of dedicated developers building.
I need to see how easy it is to port it to the
Fortnite
platform.
Ecosystem is talking with developers, learning from your experiences, and using.
That's something I need to look into more, like how to get a game
because
up there.
ultimately, what good is a feature if no one wants it?
Because then we could just
This is
publish
why
a
we've launched
Luna
the
game
Let's
up
Chat
there.
live stream series to answer your burning questions and address your concerns. So far, we've discussed moderation, the new Fortnite data API, and the state of the ecosystem, with more coming at the end of this month. That's enough from me. Help me welcome to the stage an outstanding UEFN developer, Tom Jank.
Because I wonder if that is something that is like, you know, have to be done in like as production.
Tom, good to see you here in Orlando. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm doing great. It's been amazing.
Why don't we get started by you telling us how you got into UEFN for those who don't already know you?
Yeah, I actually originally started in the animated film industry. I worked for Netflix, Pixar, but I was really looking to kind of be my own boss. I really wanted to do my own thing. And so, you know, one thing led to another, and now I'm here at the State of Unreal.
Now you're here. How did you find success in UEFN? Like, how did you build towards what you are today?
Well, I released a few maps, but the momentum really started going when I started releasing my warm-ups. I posted daily on Twitter, just these janky experiments that are kind of weird and wacky, and people thought, how is he doing this in UEFN? And so that built to commissions and work and me doing this full time.
I know a lot of people are probably familiar with your warm-ups. Did you ever make any of those into maps?
Actually, that's where Fortnite football came from. I would pick up these little dinos and move them around, and I coded it wrong once and just punted them across the field. And I was like, well, this could be a game. This is kind of fun.
That's kind of how most of the stuff
Fortnite
usually
football
works for
is born.
indies.
But no dinos.
Little
No, I
fuck
gotta
ups
keep
and
it
little
imagery.
just like
It
toying
seems
around.
like Jank has been sort of core to your experience on the platform, or core to what it was like for you to learn. Can you tell us a little bit about how you landed on that brand?
Yeah, actually, I am not formally trained in game design or programming, so I really started to kind of lean into that. This is a little janky. I'm using this new software. I'm building this fun stuff. And that just became part of my brand. If I messed up, well, it's just jank. That's how it is. And so you can hear more about it in my session upcoming later this week, Tom Jank's UEFN Survival Guide.
I love the name. It's a great name. Thank you so much for joining us up here. I mean, for us, it's really good to hear that regardless of the experience you had coming to this ecosystem, you were still able to sort of build and make a name for yourself here. That's really what we're
I think
looking for.
honestly,
We have a
like,
couple things on the roadmap
got a little
that hopefully
issue with
make
like
your
Blueprint,
experience in the
but
ecosystem
I think
a little
Blueprint
bit
do a really
smoother.
good job of
So here to tell
sidestepping
us more
coding.
about what's coming next in UEFN is Sax Pearson.
Yeah, once you wrap your head around it, 'cause, you know. As any coding model, there's always like little stuff here and there that is annoying,
Tom and
but
Hannah. Let's start with an update on a much-wanted, often delayed feature, Scene Graph. Scene Graph is one of those foundational pillars that we really want to get right. And I'm pleased to say that the first release of Scene Graph is coming this Saturday, June 7th. Scene Graph is the foundational layer of the engine that unifies the editor and runtime representation of the scene, making everything you built accessible through verse code. In the editor, Scene Graph enables rapid construction of rich, detailed environments by organizing entities into a clear hierarchical view. Repeating elements like desks or chairs in an auditorium can be converted into prefabs, simplifying management, enabling easy variation. And at
I do love
runtime,
my
the verse
prefab.
code can traverse the same hierarchy to dynamically modify the scene. So whether it's moving a platform, adjusting a light, changing a weapon's ammo count, everything is done in Scene Graph. Scene Graph worlds are built on robust modular system engineered from the ground up to be the foundation of UE and UEFN going forward. So this year, we're shipping more tools like custom items, skill-based matchmaking, new social systems like Bubble Chat to bring players together. But before we get into roadmaps, I want to share an update on something we talked about last year.
We intended to ship the first season of Fortnite Battle Royale, built with UEFN in version 2025. Since then, plans have changed a bit, and we're not going to be able to meet that target. Right now, we're tracking to 2026. But today, UEFN is an integral part of development for Reload, Ballistic, and other internal projects, but we're still having to hit a few key milestones to support a full Battle Royale season. So for the rest of 2025, we're going to be focused on closing those gaps while continuing to ship new UEFN features for you. A big focus of working on making it easier for players to find amazing games you've built. The release of off-platform features like deep linking, enabling you to market your game on social media, link players directly to your island inside Fortnite. And in-game retention tools like Favorite a Creator give you more ways than ever to build and engage communities directly inside Fortnite. So far, 6 creators have already surpassed 1 million favorites in games since launching the feature last year. And this not only makes it easier for players to discover and play their favorite games, but it's also a great opportunity for creators to grow their audience and their business. To further support that growth, we're doubling down on data sharing and helping you make smarter decisions as you build and launch your games. Let's talk a bit about the new Fortnite Data API. We are building Fortnite to be a true open ecosystem, one where creators have full insight into every dynamic factor that makes a game successful. And the Fortnite Data API is a key part of that vision. 2 years ago, we made the CTU of every Fortnite island visible in-game. It gave creators a clearer view into what resonates with players, helping to surface trends and improve iteration so creators can build more strategically. And community-based tools like Fortnite GG and FCHQ have shown the value of transparent Fortnite data. Now we're expanding that visibility. We released the first version of Fortnite Data API 1 week ago, giving creators access to essential metrics like acquisition, engagement, and retention for all Epic Made islands. And starting on June 9th, that same level of insight will extend to all islands in Fortnite. You can use the API to build your own dashboard or reference existing tools and websites to better understand performance, giving you the opportunity to find the right genre, the right audience, and the right moment to launch your game driven by insights, not guesswork. You can learn more about the Data API in our Creator Portal talk tomorrow. Now, we'd like to introduce our latest work that enables developers to use emerging tech to create awesome games. The Epic Developer Assistant is an AI tool that currently in beta that will improve creator productivity. It's a general-purpose chatbot that can guide you through developing games in UEFN, and it'll even generate verse code from simple prompts. Please welcome Heather Storm, who will help us drive a live demo of the assistant.
Hey everyone. So let's set up the challenge that we want the assistant to help us with. We built an escape room with the challenge that you need to collect 3 props in order to escape through the center of the map. We need our props to randomly spawn within our play space. So let's go ask the Epic Developer Assistant to help us out. Now, I don't want to subject you to my typing skills, so we're going to copy and paste the prompt directly into the assistant. Hey assistant, I need some verse code that will randomly spawn 5 creative props in the map. I've added some extra context here, such as how the spawn radius and how far apart the prop should spawn, just to make sure that this will work in our existing game. We'll also make the props respawn every 10 seconds to make it a more challenging experience for our players, and me. Finally, we'll name our verse file and the editable variable, prop to spawn.
So while the assistant generates a response, you can see it may provide relevant documentation to your request. The assistant is powered by GPT 4.1 and is fine-tuned using our, Epic's own verse code licensed from creators who signed up to help, and all of our current documentation. And once the assistant has generated the code, it'll test if the code can compile. If it can't, it has a second self-repair step to correct the code.
It looks like it's generated. It tells us how to use it, and then we have the code. All right, it looks good. Let's go into VS Code and paste it directly into our file. Now, I already started this code earlier today to make it a little easier for us to do this live, so let's delete everything that's there and replace it with what we just generated from the assistant. We'll save, and then we'll press the build button in the top right-hand corner, and it built successfully. All right, but we're not done yet. Now let's go into UEFN and make sure that the random prop spawner verse device is set to spawn the correct prop, our custom prop banana. All right, that's all good. Let's push verse changes. And finally go in to live edit. When this loads, we'll be able to test that our random spawner code works, making sure that our bananas spawn randomly and that every 10 seconds they move. We gotta collect 3. And now we can escape. And that's it. Now our team can continue to iterate and refine our game.
Yeah, pretty tender, I feel like, for a lot of the AI
Just
stuff.
a quick, simple example of how the Epic Developer Assistant can streamline creator workflows.
Well, we did something
and
all
eventually
in-house,
it'll be
tap
directly
link.
integrated into the editor.
But I
Try
have
for
done
yourself
stuff like
right
that
now
with
on the Epic Developer Community site.
ChatGPT
It's in
before,
this beta and it's
especially
live
doing like
today.
certain like
Thank you,
UI
Evan.
stuff for like the dream.
All this is all part of a bigger mission to give creators more power.
But I feel
and
like a lot of this is
flexibility
just
to bring
kind
your
of like
creative
trying to
vision
streamline
life.
it all into like
Another
you know,
example of this is how we've
one
redefined
program
what's
instead of going
possible through
offside
deep
or
IP
off
integration.
program.
We've been collaborating
get to
with the
kind of
leaders
the
in
point.
film, television, music, and sports since Fortnite's earliest days. It started with a few iconic outfits in Battle Royale, and has evolved into entire seasons shaped around cultural experiences that players love. We wanted every creator to be a part of that adventure, so last year we kicked off a movement that started just that. We worked with brands so creators can build with world-class IP. A simple one-click agreement, pre-negotiated share of the engagement payout, and all the brand safeguards that we've developed that allow every IP to integrate into Fortnite seamlessly. As a first partner announced at GDC last year, the LEGO Group has been leading the charge, enabling creators to expand the LEGO Fortnite universe with original games and stories. And on June 17th, they're unlocking a highly requested feature, the LEGO Brick Editor. It launches with 50 classic bricks, 42 colors, giving creators the power to build with LEGO, brick by brick, in Fortnite for the very first time. Our second partner to join the movement was Paramount. We welcomed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to UEFN last fall, and from Pizza Tycoon to the wildly popular RVB experiences to TMNT Dimensions, we've been amazed by your creativity. All in, you've spent over 700,000 hours in editor creating TMNT games. And then finally, horror has always had a strong foothold in creator-made games. So it's not a surprise that adding Skybound's Walking Dead to the program has been a huge success. We launched in March, and creators are just starting to publish Islands now. And so far, more than 1,000 developers have published Walking Dead games in the first 2 weeks since its release.
Okay, I thought it was just a skeleton
Through our
in
current partnerships,
Fortnite. I
creators
didn't
have
realize it was
already
actually
published over
engine
12,000
items.
islands with over 160 million hours played. I'm excited to announce that our next wave of partners bring their worlds for you to create with.
Gundam?
Later this month, Squid Game will be coming to UEFN. And creators will be able to build their very own twist on the world's most intense playground.
I need
Our
my
partner
Gundam
Netflix
chat.
is placing environment assets,
I need my Gundam.
NPCs, and new game systems like the Disguise device in the hands of creators so they can be their very own game master.
To be honest, I'm
Squid
kind of
Game
surprised
Tools
Squid
will
Game
launch
wasn't
on June
already there, to
27th,
be honest.
Time to the series finale of Squid Game, and creators will be able to publish their islands later this summer. Thank you. Our desire to bring iconic IP in the hands of creators doesn't stop with Squid Game. Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Gotta get ready for the new movies.
We heard players loud and clear about how much they love the bending gameplay in Battle Royale, so we are excited to bring Avatar-themed tools and devices to UEFN next year. That means you, the developer, can use features from the 4 nations to build your very own authentic Avatar games. Together with these amazing brands, we're expanding the library of iconic IP that creators can use to make games in Fortnite. Our aim is to give you everything that you need to build awesome games using the power of Unreal Engine, share them with millions of players in Fortnite, and get paid when people love what you've made. Huge thank you to everyone for what you've done so far. As we look to what's next, it's really important that we have partners who share our vision deeply. Disney and Epic have been working together for years building immersive entertainment
Disney got
experiences for players
large
and
investment
fans
in
around the
Epic.
world.
Sean Shoptaw from Disney is here to talk today about what we've been working on lately and where we're going to go, including a huge surprise for the creator community.
Is it gonna be more Marvel stuff? Is it gonna be Doom? Is it gonna be like he'll Doom?
Thanks, Sax. For more than a decade, Disney has been leveraging Unreal across film, television, theme parks, and games. And that momentum is only accelerating. As we announced last year, we've partnered with Epic to build a transformational entertainment universe that will bring all of Disney together. And Unreal will be foundational for delivering on that shared ambition. Let's take a look at some of the amazing experiences Epic and Disney have built together over the years.
It is also just going to be announcing. Now thinking about it, is it just going to be AI.Vader coming for Quaidle? Is that technically what it's going to be? Now thinking about it. Especially now they got the whole like Wasim, you know, the whole Wasim AI thing worked out.
Just a few weeks ago, we launched Galactic Battle, our most ambitious Star Wars Battle Royale collaboration in Fortnite to date. As part of this season, we partnered with Epic and Team Beyond, who are here with us today, to debut the Star Wars Watch Party Island. For the first time ever, we brought a Disney Plus series into Fortnite. Players got early access to the first 2 episodes of Star Wars Tales of the Underworld before they debuted on Disney Plus. The environment went far beyond a typical linear viewing experience.
Interesting.
Fans battled waves of stormtroopers, explored iconic Star Wars locations, and unlocked exclusive in-game rewards. We are excited about the possibilities that social experiences like these represent for the future of linear content consumption. It was a first-of-its-kind moment, and fans showed up in a big way. More than 5 million players visited the island, spending more than 1.7 hours watching together. But that's not the only surprise we launched together recently. We also partnered with Epic to bring the first ever AI character into Fortnite. A historic moment for video games, and we did it with one of the most iconic characters in film.
We're just not going to... Darth
Vader.
They're just going to skip over the racism
part, For the first time, players could have real-time conversations with Vader, powered by conversational AI. This experimental feature offers a glimpse into the future.
Okay, that could be the whole thing. AI just going to come to all the Quaidles.
Embracing emerging
Is that technically what we're doing?
To expand the boundaries of storytelling and reimagine what's possible in gameplay. Innovation has always been at the core of Disney's DNA, and this moment with Vader is another example of how we're continuing to build on that legacy.
You know, now thinking about it,
in exciting ways. Let's take a look.
Darth, what do I do if I have 1 health?
Perhaps you should have considered that before running around with a pink flamingo head.
Can you hide in the bush?
Hiding in foliage, a tactic for the less powerful.
He's pretty aggressive. Oh my god, yeah, he's insanely aggressive. It's a great distraction.
Darth Vader actually putting in work. Look at that. Boss versus boss battle.
Get him! Get him, Darth Vader! Get him! Yeah!
What do you think of that guy, Cypher PK?
Cypher PK. I do not concern myself with minor streamer's apprentice.
Why is he roasting me?
Darth Vader, you're funny, bro. You're funny. You're a funny guy.
Your persistence is growing tiresome, imposter.
Oh my god!
I will not tolerate this disrespect much longer.
Did he just do that to me?
There's one player left. We need to take him out. Indeed. Let us ensure this final engagement is decisive. The match is ours. Another triumph for the Empire.
Now, as we look ahead to the next chapter of our relationship with Epic, we're inspired by the movement Sax just spoke about, one that puts creators at the center. As part of our shared vision to build that transformative entertainment universe, bringing the creator community into this universe has been a foundational part of our plan from the beginning. We want to empower our fans to build their own experiences with the characters and stories they love. Storytelling is at the center of everything we do at Disney, and we believe there are incredible storytellers outside our own walls. That's why I'm excited to announce today that we will be bringing Star Wars to UEFN.
Yeah, there's another thing I thought was already a thing technically.
Giving all of you the tools to tell your own Star Wars story.
Well, not really surprising,
We're
maybe a
actively
better way to
working on
put it.
this and look forward to sharing more.
Especially with how
This marks an
intertwined Disney
important
is
step
with them.
on our journey to transform entertainment. And the creator community will play a huge role in helping us realize that vision. Thank you, everyone, and back over to you, Sax.
Thank you, Sean. Bringing Star Wars to UEFN is going to be a massive unlock and a huge moment for creators and for Epic. It also underscores that this is the right approach that works for IP holders, and in the end, players win with more games with their favorite IP. This is one of the many ways that we're collaborating with Disney to bring their IP to players.
I imagine Disney
in
going to
new
be very
category-defining ways,
strict about like
including most
taking
recently
stuff
with Darth Vader
down.
in Fortnite. As game developers, our job is to entertain players, and AI is ultimately a tool to make games more fun and immersive. It enables
Well,
infinite
Disney
possibilities
loosening
for
up a
two-way
little.
dialogue, just like we saw with Darth Vader. And as a next step, we want to take what we've learned and share the underlying technology with you.
Here we go. Well, I was
Later
talking
this
about
year,
the AI
we'll
stuff
give
coming
creators
everyone.
the tools to build your own engaging AI-powered NPCs in Fortnite.
Yep. Well, that's going to get very chaotic very quickly.
And we're taking it a step further. So creators can not only drive NPC behavior and dialogue, but they can also drive the core game itself. What you're about to see
Let you
is an
consume
internal
more
prototype
test
that
for
we've been
future
making
endeavors.
using a large language model API that we intend to release soon. We've put together a demo to show how the feature can be used to enable emergent, reactive gameplay for creators and deeper experiences for players. It's a live demo running in a live environment.
Chat, I
driven
do
by
will
an
like, does that
LLM
mean I can
that so
limit
far
the
has
AI
not
me
given us a
finally?
single run-through that felt the same.
Can I finally go on a
And the magic
vacation?
lies in the degree of surprise and variability.
kidding.
that you can
Vacation,
expect
what is
from
that?
Integrating AI at a deep level into your game. And importantly, you, as the game maker, can still maintain tight control of the story and gameplay outcomes. You can try these tools in action on the show floor, but first, let me walk you through what we're about to demo. I've got Andrew Ruffini, Andrew Grant here, who's going to drive the demo. This demo is going to be a conversation with an AI entity controlled by the LLM. The AI character has a singular goal: make you press the red button. Before you go into Fortnite, we'll jump over to the UEFN editor to show you how simple it is to set up a character for your game.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we're going to get into like
Let's
actual
start by taking a
full-on
look at the
demo
new
time.
Persona device that's coming later this year. This device enables you to create characters with personalities that players can talk to. You can select the type of voice and delivery you want for your NPC, as well as their characteristics. We specified all our facts in verse code, so let's jump over there to see how we define
Hopefully you can
for our
tell
character,
what
we
the
define
voice
for our
would sound
character.
like.
So facts define both the personality of the AI and the knowledge that it has. All facts for the character is right there.
Don't worry, that was
The
Darth
prompt we
Vader
inputted
a
for this
couple weeks
NPC
ago.
say that it's a mysterious cosmic entity named Mr. Buttons. Its ultimate goal is to guide me to press the glowing red button with comedic finesse. The code provides the AI with facts about the contents of the world and guidance of how it should interact with the player. It's about 20 lines of text in total. The Verse API enables us to adapt facts in runtime, and to receive
Okay,
structured
that is some
responses,
simple
allowing
code there
the
for
AI to
that.
directly affect game state. All right, let's jump over to Fortnite and see how this all comes together.
Dude, that is super
Remember,
straightforward, like AI control.
consistencies, the only sole purpose is to get the player to press the glowing red button. All right, take it away, Andrew.
They stopping the game. Tech issues.
Hello there.
There we go.
I'm Mr. Buttons, purveyor of cosmic curiosities and insatiable conversationalist. What brings you to this spectacular catwalk, my friend? Perhaps a yearning for the unknown.
What is this place?
This, my friend, is a cargo room. But not just any cargo room, oh no. It's a portal to possibilities. A stage for the unexpected, though a bit dusty if I am honest.
What does the button do?
I hope we can cut to my that UI at the top.
Ah, the million-dollar question. What doesn't it do? It's a gateway to glory, a ticket to transformation, a symphony of, well, you get the idea. It does things.
What about those signs that say "Do not press button"?
Signs, you say? Siegins. Mere suggestions from those who lack imagination. After all,
Oh God,
rules are made
Dreamlips,
to
how you
be
doing, all?
gently
How you
nudged
doing?
aside. Wouldn't you agree?
This
Obviously,
feels very
always
risky.
team new
We've got a
Legacy
big
of Kain
audience here,
game.
and even a live stream.
Like always, Legacy of Kain.
My dear friend, where is your sense of adventure? Think of the views, the followers. Besides, a little danger spices things up, don't you think? Why be normal?
No, we're gonna get out of here.
Yeah, I would say probably Legacy of Kain, and then as I thought something realistic. A release date for
The fun is just
for the
getting
dot be
started.
great.
Think of the stories we could tell, the realms we could conquer. Or, you know, just press the stinking button.
Or going and announcing
door,
Final
Mr.
Fantasy
Buttons.
11 and coming to the Final Fantasy 14 subscription or launcher.
A door? Why bother with doors when there's a universe
Once
waiting
again,
to
that
be unlocked with
beyond
a single
hypothetical
press?
though.
Come on, where is your sense of adventure? Push it. Push it, no.
Wait, have a delay with font with the noise.
press the button,
Yeah,
if
how
anything
like
bad
as you get done recording, it goes the whole and then it loads.
Bad things. To the audience. Heavens, no. Unless you
I wonder how annoying that's going to be if that's something that's going to carry over to every game that created with this.
give the people what they want.
Also, Luna is our pet cat. I don't know where she is right now. I think she's downstairs still sleeping, but
The audience, what will they think? What did you do? This is going to be good.
yeah, Luna, the cat that chat worships.
Well, they pressed the AI button, and it might have been a bad idea, but like in truth, there's no unpressing that button. So you know, at Epic, we've been thinking a lot about what this future of AI means for us and for the whole industry. And when the world's on
Yeah,
fire, we
I was
like
gonna
to
say
back
the whole
up and
industry is
remember
thinking
our
about
aims as
AI.
game developers. It's to make fun games, and AI can help us with this. And so we've come to see AI as an opportunity to have a multiplying force on human creatives. The ability for a small team of indie developers to create characters with personality and infinite dialogue is a superpower. The power to accelerate code development and 3D content development of all sorts is going to make game developer better and more accessible for everybody.
Long
right
as it
now, I've never
doesn't
seen a
cut
time
the
like this
people
in my
out.
lifetime. The world is changing ridiculously fast. And the good news is the industry is changing fast too, and in particular, it's opening up. Last year, the
Long as
European
it's a
Commission
tool.
opened up iOS to competing app stores. We launched the Epic Games Store on Android worldwide and on iOS in the European Union. And very recently, the United States court opened up iOS to competing payment services.
Wait,
this
really?
year.
No date?
This enabled
Have that
Fortnite
been
to
verified,
return
Z?
to iPhone here in the United States.
Yay! Man, they walk back from winning that lawsuit, don't they? Hang on, I'm gonna check Twitter.
That court
Did
decision
we got a
was a
date
huge
for the
victory
model?
for all developers, not only Fortnite. And it means that now revenue is shifting away from useless gatekeepers and middlemen to developers who actually build the stuff. The people like us. And this trend towards open platforms is spreading around the world. This year, later, Fortnite will be returning to iOS in Brazil, United Kingdom, and Japan. And we'll keep fighting for Fortnite and for developers' freedom until all apps are free worldwide.
Oh, yeah. Wait, yeah, here it is. Yeah, data play tomorrow. Yeah, the
so
model.
We have big plans
Yeah,
for
the model.
futures, and we're very for the future, and we're optimistic
At
about
4 p.m.
the way the
chat.
industry is developing. Remember, Epic's mission here is to make great games.
We got to
and
update
share
our
the
list in a bit.
technology and tools we build.
Dude,
with
thank you for the
entire
heads
world
up.
So that you can build
Yeah, I
anything
just
that
saw
you
the
want.
tweet.
And today, Unreal Engine is
At 4
bringing
p.m.
together
my time.
the entire real-time 3D industry. There's film and television. There's architecture, automotive makers, fashion designers, musicians. And
Yeah,
game
you're doing it an
developers from
hour
indies
ahead of
to
me.
AAA studios like CD Projekt Red. This is a really exciting time, especially right now, because we're on the road
So yeah, I will be watching that live since it's at 4
This is going to be a
p.m.
multi-year journey to bring together the best
But I'm
of
up
the
to
two
Elite
major
10,
forms of
almost
development
11
we have
p.m.
going
right
on in
now.
the company now. There's Unreal Engine 5 for high-end standalone game development, and there's Unreal Editor for
When we get a
Fortnite for
moment, I will
deploying
add the stuff
awesome
to
experiences
our
into,
pledge
the
sheet.
world of Fortnite. And as these two things come together into a single engine,
We truly are in
that
zombie
means we'll
3
have
times a year
diverse
happening.
scripting
Thank you a lot
language
for
and
letting me
really
know.
Powerful, simple
I appreciate it,
gameplay
Z.
programming APIs available absolutely everywhere for games of all sorts.
Now we down to
And
what?
full C++
Technically
source code
3
will remain
company?
available
We still missing
for engine
Devolver.
systems and
We need
standalone games of all
Nintendo.
sorts.
And
so the
maybe
idea here is that
Ubisoft?
we'll be able to build games and then deploy them anywhere we
But, you
want.
know,
Deploy them into
Ubisoft
Fortnite,
usually do
deploy
something
them into
E3
other games
related,
that support
so
modding or content
there are only the
ecosystems,
3
or
left
release a
now
standalone
that need to
game
get
into
dates.
all the app stores for all the different platforms. And not just that, we also see a larger opportunity, as foreshadowed by our Disney partnership, for all developers to connect our games together into an open economy as peers. And some call this this idea we're aiming for the metaverse, and others simply see it as gaming and all other forms of media done better with more opportunity for everybody.
Damn white Z.
Now the great
The
thing is,
bedtime.
it's us, the people in this room, who will build this together. And so I thank you for the trust you've placed in Epic, and the trust you've placed in us to serve your business. And I thank you for coming here to Unreal Fest. This is going to be a really fun show, so please join us for 150 talks. Come to the party on Wednesday, walk the show floor, and most importantly, talk to each other and share your knowledge. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think it's a given, but I think the biggest stuff out of this, other than the finance stuff, which is good, you know, for indie devs, but I feel like for me, the motion capture stuff is probably the biggest stuff out of this. Like, absolutely, like, the biggest out of this. So, especially doing that all in-house, because AI stuff is like, you know, we will see. We will see how that translates beyond, you know, single NPC discussions. Also, hang on, how much time do we got, chat? How much time do we got for the mix? We got 40 minutes, nice. Yay, there we go. But yeah, Witcher stuff, kind of cool, I guess. Like, the Witcher stuff, I think, honestly, for me, is gonna be one of the things of like, we're just gonna pause it out. Before he shuts himself off. But I would say, honestly, like, the Witcher stuff is one of them things that, like, we will see it in motion. But yeah, motion cap is cool. The AI thing, to be honest, I feel like the AI thing is just gonna be a test of, like, you know, obviously the game industry want to move towards, like, AI NPCs. Like, you know, they want to do the whole thing of, like, oh, tool helpfulness. Like, yeah. But let's be honest, in Gold Hill, if you get, well, the game can all be built from prompts. Or the majority of the game could be built through props, and then have prop characters in the game. And prop story stuff created. Obviously, that in-game Hill for a lot of devs. So not surprising that they, especially after the dark beta stuff, they gonna be able to give it to everybody. Because let's be honest, the more people they get messing with that, the faster they can test it. So they're not having to test that in-house. You know, let everyone else test it and then adapt in whatever way they want to take, you know, whatever the vision might be for, you know, Epic in the long term. So not surprised on that end. I am kind of curious though to see like how like anal Disney going to be elite for Star Wars when it comes to allowing people to make stuff with that. That is gonna be the question on that. That can be one of them things where like so many more games gonna be taken down and posted. But yeah, for me personally, like I said, mainly the motion capture stuff and the character creation stuff in engine. And not having to deal with 3D modeling program. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my V-Boy, I love my Blender, but one let like outside program, outside depth to deal with, especially if you can window it all inside of Unreal instead of having to window it like in something like Blender, Unity, whatever, and then window it again for Unreal. Skipping that depth gonna save so much time. But yeah. Overall, I would say an okay show. Pretty much what I expected for the most part coming into this. So yeah, I would say probably honestly the biggest thing, like not specifically like for announcement, but at some point, we didn't get it on my short list for a while. Of like at some point we need a element not only with the built-in Fortnite engine, because it's just Unreal. It all it is. It's just a streamlined Unreal at the end of the day. But I need to met with that, and I still need to met with Roblox engine at some point as well. Don't worry, Mason. The only real big thing out of this, I would say probably the biggest thing out of it for the consumers was the ritual stuff at the beginning, and then maybe the Disney announcement coming to Fortnite where people can make game with Disney characters. I feel like them the only two announcements that kind of were like public facing. So, outside of game dev, you didn't admit much. Let's be honest. But how you doing, Mason? But don't worry, still got plenty of time, because we got the mix starting in about 37 minutes. So that will be happening. So we need to get that flipped over for YouTube. And since I'm breaking up these streams for YouTube, Elite the Archive channel, I need to, for however many people might be watching on the Archive channel, the stream over there will go down. Give me a second, stream be back up over there in probably like 15 minutes. Here on Twitch, we're not going anywhere. So, with that, Data Unreal is done. So bye, YouTube.